Are you wondering if these mini chainsaws are actually dangerous or are they actually safe to use? Well, actually compared to a regular normal chainsaw, these are literally like 10 times safer, but still this tool can still cause a lot of damage if you use it improperly. However, really the main advantage of this small guy over my proper chainsaw is really the power of it and at which speed basically it cuts. So really this, yeah, compared to the big guy, really this has got quite pathetic power. So you really have to basically spend more time cutting something, but really that's the main advantage when it comes to the safety. With this big boy, basically, yeah, if you were to take my hand, it wouldn't take even a second to fully like get rid of my hand. With this one, yeah, maybe it can cause a bit of damage to a finger, but still when you use one, you have to be still very careful, as obviously it's a chainsaw and it can do a lot of damage. But overall, when you actually cut something, it's much more easier basically to control, and basically so you can see it's nowhere near as fast as like a regular big chainsaw, but as you can see that's obviously a plus to it, because yeah, it doesn't pulse like super hard and it can be easily controlled. So when we take for example the huge chainsaw, that you basically need to hold it properly, and yeah, basically it has got insane amount of power, and it will cut this in like 1 millisecond, like 10 times faster. So but really, yeah, when something happens, if you get a kickback, it's almost impossible to control this chainsaw, and yeah, it's an absolute beast. But this one, even if you were to get a kickback, you could easily control it, and again, it's simply not as powerful really. Also, a lot of these small guys actually comes with guards, so even if you were to get a kickback, you can't really injure yourself with this one. Again, maybe if you are a small kid and try to work with this, maybe then you can get uncontrollable kickback. But yeah, if you are like regular adult, yeah, I think it's perfectly safe to use. Also, on these big ones, yeah, I do not think any of them actually come with guards. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, also you do not get any chips flying at you with this one. So you can get away by simply wearing like sunglasses while using this one basically. With this one I use full protection, full body mask basically, and also chainsaw chaps when I use it. Okay, let me show you the speed difference between the small guy when we are cutting 2x4, like 5 centimeters by 10 centimeters. So this is quite a huge one. Let's start first with the big one. And that's that, maybe only like a bit over 1 second. And now with this one. Okay, so as you saw, that took like 10 times longer, but as you see, still it was able to do the same job. Also, the size and weight of this big one is like 5 kilos, while for this one it's only a bit over 1 kilo with the battery like 1.5, and this one like 5 kilos. So again, this is like way harder to actually operate, and yeah, basically if you are maybe like a woman for example, this do not touch these tools. Basically you will only hurt yourself basically. So they're very hard to manage basically compared to these small guys. As you can see, the small guy can still do the same job that you basically ask it. Obviously this will be used on large logs, while this one maybe for pruning and cutting up like basically basic everyday stuff. But again, I pretty much use a small guy like 90% of the time, and I even rarely use a big one. Also, I actually feel safe giving this tool to someone who hasn't worked with a chainsaw before, or like maybe like a teenager or a woman. I can safely give this tool to someone, and basically, but still I need to instruct them how to work with it. Basically, you still do not want to like saw with this end here, or also maybe saw here, so it gets jammed. Make sure to saw here basically. Basically follow basic chainsaw safety things and you will be okay. With this one, even if you follow all the safety tips, yeah, it's a powerful beast really, and it can cause some damage. Even if something happens with this one, the damage will be very limited actually, but still obviously make sure to wear proper safety equipment. I would still suggest you to use chainsaw chaps and also a full face mask when working with this one, but yeah, there is not as much danger as with big powerful stuff. So while these are actually safer than a proper chainsaw, I would still suggest you to use full caution and still be careful with them. Still, it's very dangerous tool, especially in inexperienced hands really. So still be afraid of this tool. But again, if you are just starting, again, I really suggest maybe to even get this small one to get around the chainsaws, as again it's much more easily manageable. You can even like climb in the tree with this thing and cut like small branches. With a big chainsaw, they are obviously very heavy, and actually if you try to climb a tree with this, yeah, you basically need a lot of experience while working with this one. And even still with a lot of experience, you still need to be extremely careful, and you have like 10 times more chance of causing severe damage to you or someone around you. Anyway, good luck.